Good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Mamaprenuer podcast. My name is Robbin Kelton, and I am your hostess with the mostest. Um, we meet up every second and fourth Thursday on this broadcast. So, thank you guys so much for joining us each and every second and fourth Thursday. This is episode number 21. Woo woo, 21. Before I introduce our fabulous guest tonight's a very special show. Um, these ladies are both sorors of mine, and if you've watched the podcast before, I am a member, and these ladies are members of the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated with the Zeta Delta Sigma chapter based out of Arlington, Texas. Um, I put something out there to the ladies, see who wanted to get some exposure for their businesses. And these two ladies were the first to hop on it. So I'm just very grateful for you ladies being here tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the Sorors only episode. We had Sora on last show, who was my torch sister, Courtney Jacobs, which she did so well. I was so proud of her. She was nervous. And I'm like, girl, you the life of the party. I don't know how you nervous. But she did well. She did well. And I know these ladies will do amazing tonight. So before I introduce our fabulous guest, if you've watched the show before or if you're new to the show, you already know what to do. You know, to share. If you're watching on Facebook right now, share the live broadcast on your Facebook. So your friends, your family, co-workers, and such can see tonight's live. This may be helpful to them. Um, so share tonight's live. Also, I do a drawing every episode. So tonight's episode, we have two giveaways. So please make sure you, once you've shared it, you type hashtag mamapreneur in the comments section of tonight's broadcast. And then I will do a drawing for both giveaways at the end of the podcast, and we'll reach out to you after. So make sure you're sharing. Sharing is caring. So also, this podcast is all about networking and connecting. So if you are an entrepreneur in the audience, please make sure you type in your link to your business. That's your website, your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Doesn't matter. Type that in the comments and let's network within the audience while the podcast is going. So that's what this show is all about: networking and connecting. Okay, that's how I got this show, by networking. so, um, so yes, so that's that. Um, a little bit about me. My name is Robbin Kelton, based out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Working corporate by day, but behind the scenes, I'm a serial entrepreneur. As a hairstylist, I am a distributor for Mary Kay, for Total Life Changes, a health and wellness brand that's been around since 1999, that's based in Detroit. And I am an independent consultant with Paparazzi Jewelry and Accessories. Hold on, see. You can see my earrings. Try to showcase a little something. And actually, speaking of paparazzi, the minute we get off this podcast, I need you to head over to the Rejuvenate Jewels with the Z Boutique Facebook page. I am doing a live showcasing some jewelry. So if you want to hop on your $5 jewels, tonight will be the night to do that. So 9 o'clock, soon as this is over, you just skedaddle on over to the Rejuvenate Jewels page and look at some fabulous jewelry. You might like it. So I always say that because people, I like to showcase the jewelry because not a lot of people, they've heard of paparazzi, but they don't really see the jewelry, or they don't know that paparazzi has certain items. And so they have stuff for everybody. I tell people that for people that like little dainty stuff, for people who like stuff with a lot of bling, like myself. So, so I am going to go into Well, I'll go into the purpose of the show. Someone said I didn't talk about it last show. I'll talk about it again. So the purpose of tonight's, well, of the podcast in general is because shouts out to our fearless leader, Miss Kesha Kesh. I won a spot to come on the show back in 2020 on her show back in 2020. And I don't win anything, but I won that. And so did the show, loved it, had a good time. And then a few months later, she asked me, did I want to have my own show? And I was scared as hell. But guess what? Next month will be a year. You never know what God has in store for you. He can put you in places you never thought you would be. Here we are, year later, almost a year later. And so I'm just very grateful, and I will always give Kesha her flowers. So thank you, girl. So, but this platform came about because of that. And so being able to spotlight other entrepreneurs and help them get exposure for their businesses. You just never know who may need your business. Your business can be a blessing to so many people. And the ladies I have on today, their businesses are going to most definitely be a blessing and a help to people's personal lives, not only personal lives, but for their businesses. So I am going to spotlight Miss Crystal Jones first. Crystal is a photographer, and she's going to tell you about her business and kind of a little bit about how she got started. So, Soror, Crystal.
Thank you for having me on, Robbin.
You're welcome.
My name is Crystal Jones. I am from Dallas, Texas, a native of the Oak Cliff area. I actually got started in photography back in 2015. And the inspiration behind it was I was in school and I was like, okay, I'm going to get a degree. I was trying to get my graduate degree, but I knew eventually I wanted to be an entrepreneur because, like Robbin, I'm in corporate America as well, but I also wanted to make sure I had my own thing. So I got inspired by photography. I always loved photography, but I remember I was in grad school and I saw this article online. Actually, I was on Facebook, and this photographer, some type of way had to explain it. So it was a 10-year-old boy that passed away from cancer. And so right before he passed away, the mom had planned to have a photo shoot with him. So this photographer actually encompassed such an angelic picture of the son and the mom holding hands. It actually put me in it. I cried like a baby. And I was praying to God. I was like, God, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And when I read that article and I saw that picture, I was like, that's it. I want to be a photographer. I'm definitely motivated and inspired by, capturing memories. Just over the course of, my life, people that I know, just to capture the beautiful memories and moments of their lives. And so that's what I do. I would really, I'm wanting to hone more in on maternity and motherhood and graduates and seniors. And so I love taking pictures. And so, that's my story with photography. Like I said, I am going to hone more into just motherhood and seniors and graduates as well. And so, yeah. So I love it. That's what I want to do full time as a photographer.
Okay, awesome. How long have you been a photographer? How long ago was that once you started?
Well, I got it introduced into it in 2015.
2015, okay.
But I became more serious about it. I want to say about 2017, 2018. I kind of did it more of it as a hobby per se. And then I got more professional with it. But of course, life happens. It kind of, puts stumbling blocks, here and there. And so I had to kind of, pull away from it for a little bit, but now I'm more focused and ready to get back to shooting more full time.
Awesome, awesome. And you touched on something. I love it with different lines of business where people kind of hone in on what their specialty is. Like once you find that, you like, yes, that's the area I want to go in. So you've already made it clear, like, okay, graduates, maternity, stuff like that. I know another photographer friend, she's into lifestyle, just, lifestyle, like outdoor. That's all she likes to do. I have some friends, they love doing headshots, just headshots, so it's cool to see in photography. There's so many different arenas. That's just like with me. I've been doing hair 24 years. So with hair, everybody has their specialty. I know some people, color is all they do, or cuts is all they do. And so that's good when you find that specialty and like you like it. Like that's what I want to do. And you picked an amazing side of it because everybody having babies. Somebody gonna want to take some pictures. Photography is such a great arena because, and like you said, you had to take a break. You're able to get back in, right?
Right.
And kind of, take the steps to get back started. Because everybody need pictures taken in some shape, form, or capacity. So I love that. I love that. So you said it was a hobby at first. So talk about the startup, like getting started, getting equipment, all that stuff, becoming official. Was that kind of a hard process to become official?
Yes, it was. Because even when I decided after seeing that picture and praying about the direction I wanted to go as an entrepreneur, my first camera, it was like $1,800, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in grad school. I'm like, I'm broke. I don't have any money. How am I going to afford to get this camera? So at the time I was working full time and going to grad school, so I was just saving my money, and I finally saved up for a camera and wound up getting multiple lenses. The lenses were super expensive. Like one lens alone was $600. So it was a bit of a process, but with entrepreneur, you're not going to have everything, so you have to start with what you have and use what you have until you can make the money you need to reinvest it back into your business to, get the more high-end items until you get to where you want to be. So I'm not exactly where I want to be. It's still an ongoing process, but you just have to work with what you have until you can progress. That's all.
So, amen to that. Because times are constantly changing.
It is.
I can say that with photography because the cameras were much different from 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And then time progressed, you didn't have, what is it called? What's the little thing called, Lord? That's bad.
The memory card.
USB. Thank you.
The memory card.
Yeah, you didn't have a memory card,
Okay.
And now you got the memory card and got to change them out because you didn't did so many pictures. My friend did my pictures for my 40th birthday last year. And that girl went through lenses and flash drives and all kind of stuff. She like, hold on, let me change it out. I was like, okay. I let her do a thing and we got back to it,
Right.
So besides the little boy that you just gave an example about, the photo shoot that, kind of drew you in, is there another kind of photo shoot you like, or type of photo shoot that you like to do? Like, oh my God, that's my favorite that you've had to do so far. Like, that's my favorite next to the little boy.
Outside of that, even as a photographer, I had to figure out my target audience. And so eventually what made me gravitate to maternity and motherhood is one of my friends asked me back in 2019, we had been friends like 30 plus years, and she just called me out the blue. She was having a third boy and she was like, look, I need you to do my pictures for me. Okay. And so we went to the Dallas Arboretum, and man, this girl, she killed it. This girl was so beautiful. I was looking at her pictures and her album. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my work. Yeah. And so, but just even outside of my work, like she just photographs so beautifully, and it's just something beautiful. I mean, being a mother is a beautiful thing, and bringing a child into this world, like, I'm a mom. So,
yeah.
that's what made me gravitate more to maternity. I just love the beauty of bringing a unborn child into this world. So,
Yeah.
and then outside of that, being seniors, I love the aspect of seniors graduating, going into a different milestone and chapter, in their lives, and I want to be a part of that journey, capturing that milestone, that change. And so I've always kind of gravitated to seniors as well. I've done tons of seniors. So yes.
Okay. And this is good time for you to get on now. Class of 2022 should be preparing for graduation stuff.
I'm trying to get on it.
Or you know what? Not even that, girl. 2023.
I know.
Those that want to get an early start. So somebody put the question that I already had next. Look at y'all thinking ahead of me. Talk about your process for someone that wants to get in touch with you, kind of get the ball rolling on services. Talk about that process.
Well, I'm in the works now of getting my it's called a client management system set up as of right now, where I will control my bookings. So once I get that set up, then I'll be able to schedule people and have a calendar set up. But right now, you can just call me or email me, and we can set up and talk about a consultation until I get that process set up with my website.
Okay. And then as far as once you've done the pictures and such, processing the pictures, what kind of options do you have for, is it actual just a flash drive, or is it just actual photo? Do you actually print? Look at y'all with the questions. Y'all knew my list, huh?
So we would have like an IPS session. So, basically we would go through, your pictures. And then you would choose the ones that you like. I could either put it on flash drive, or we can get it sent up and have it designed and put in the album for you.
Okay.
So, and that will come with an IPS session.
Okay. Do you customize packages for people? I always like to ask that question.
Yes, I'm in the process of trying to do that now. Yes, I will be customizing packages for people.
Okay. Because some, they have their set, especially for weddings.
Well, I don't do weddings.
Right. But I'm saying in general, some people have their set.
Right.
This is $2.99. This is what it is. Whatever. But I always like to ask that question. I know you don't do weddings. Hold on, stop. She's like, immediately. She talking about, hold on. I don't do weddings. Weddings is not her ministry. Please do not reach out to her about weddings. That is not her ministry.
No, I've second shot for 2 weddings before. Don't get me wrong, they were fun.
It's a lot.
I take that back.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And yeah, I just can't do it. I mean, all praises to wedding photographers, because that's I understand why they charge what they charge, because it's a lot of work that goes into it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All the personalities in itself. Love it. Do you have a favorite place in town? Every photographer has their favorite place. Now, you mentioned before you answer, so you mentioned Arboretum. That is the best backdrop. I don't care what pictures you taking. Best backdrop, I swear, because of the scenery in itself. Right. So besides the Arboretum, so we'll just say that, do you have any favorite place you like? Man, I love there. I like to go there to shoot. And I got a story after that. Go ahead.
Right. I mean, there's a place that's actually a hidden gem in West Dallas. It's called the Fabrication Yard. It's, when you look at it, you be like, what is this? But it's a place full of like beautiful designs, graffiti. It has so much, what's the word? It has a lot of character to it. And
Fabrication Yard. I'm about to look it up. Keep going.
Fabrication Yard. It may not show it online. You have to actually literally drive in West Dallas. It's off I think Sylvan.
I found it.
Yeah. That place has a lot of character and a lot of beautiful graffiti. And so you can do senior shots there. You can do street photography there. It's so many things. It's so many ways you can use that area. So I think that's probably one of my favorite areas outside of the Arboretum.
That's kind of up there like Deep Ellum in a sense. I love Deep
Oh,
Ellen. I have not had the best luck trying to get photo shoots. I tried to do a family shoot with my child. That didn't work out. They
oh
had a
wow.
festival. Just
Oh,
so
okay.
happened to have a
Now,
festival that same weekend. My photographer said we got to move the
mm-hmm.
location. I'm all ready for a urban photo shoot. Nope, didn't work out. I said one day, if Deep Ellum don't have nothing going on, we'll be all right. Um, Another spot is over there, kind of. Well, I did my pictures at the Clyde Warren and over
Mm-hmm.
there near Bishop Arts. I'm from Oak Cliff too, and so there's an Oak Cliff Raised sign
Right,
in
right,
Bishop Arts because the original not cat girl, cat woman or bat girl, whatever her name is, she was from Oak Cliff. And
right.
so they have a whole mural with her on there and it says Oak Cliff Raised.
Raise.
And I told
Mm-hmm.
my friend, I'm like, I'm looking up that address and we doing my pictures. And I have pictures from my 40th birthday there in front of it. So it's really cool. Yeah. Dallas got some gems though. Some
They do. You
hidden,
just got to go
like you
look
said,
for
some
them.
hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We did my Torch Sisters and I did a photo shoot. Our anniversary was last Friday. So we did pictures last month. It was supposed to be in an arts district. Arts district decided, guys, we're gonna have a 5K.
Oh wow. That threw
My
that
Torch sister
whole.
called me. She say, Robbin, did you know that there was a 5K going on? I said no. I had to call the photographer. But the cool part about you guys can find a spot like that. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right, let's look up a backup spot. And he found a park over in Uptown, Turtle Creek Park. And the
Mm-hmm.
pictures turned out beautiful. Who would have thunk it? Because I would have never thought of there. But he was on the
Yeah.
spot. He's like, all right, here's the address, send it to the girls. All right. And we went. Pictures turned out beautiful. And, that was that. And I say
Right.
that to say, you guys know how to find your spots for your customers and stuff, even at the nick of time, kind
Oh
of like
yeah. I mean,
we
right
had.
at the nick of time. Exactly. If we got to change up, like, look, let's go find something real quick and go shoot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Margaret Hunt Bridge, that day we did mine. That was another spot. Margaret Hunt, I think it was two other photo shoots going on besides us at that bridge, but we got through it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, fun times. Oh, you're already doing it. Okay. So her okay, yes. So your information is on there. So if you guys want to book a shoot with Crystal, please shoot her an email. Also, Crystal is one of our giveaways tonight. So make sure you're sharing tonight's live, excuse me, so you can be entered into a drawing to possibly get a free 30-minute. We know we got to put a time on it, amen. 30-minute Mother's Day photo shoot. So you have to share the live and type in hashtag mamaprenuer to automatically get entered. So yes. Tell everybody. Oh, well, no, I was gonna say it's happy for me to say. Tell everybody how you can be reached, followed. I mean, for our social media, but you're getting that under wraps, so no worries.
Mm-hmm.
They can email us fine. Email us fine. Do you have any upcoming events or anything coming up for you? Or you just right now just kind of
Right
getting
now, I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things. I do have some headshots coming up. I have a couple of mini Easter sessions coming up. So just baby steps, went through a life-changing event. So I just can't give up on, my passion and, my life. So just baby steps,
Absolutely.
but I got a couple of things lined up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sister. I'm so glad to have you on tonight. Have
Thank
you
you.
on and showcase. And guys, Easter is around the corner. It's later this year, but it is around the corner. So if you need some Easter pictures done, and Crystal got bookings available, y'all need to reach out today. Don't call her April 10th talking about, hey girl, you got some picture availability for some Easter pictures? Don't wait to April 10th. Call, reach out, or email today. So thank you, sister. Thank you. So next, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. And so we're going to be shining light on another soror. Her name is Nikita Holloman.
Young, Holloman
Okay, I
Young,
want to make sure Holloman. I was like, make
Holloman.
sure I'm saying it right.
Yes,
Young,
yes.
and she does credit repair and such. And so I'm gonna hand it off to her, and she's going to talk about her business.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nikita Holloman Young, and by trade, I am a dental hygienist. I've been practicing for almost 25 years.
Wow.
And so 2020, of course, with the pandemic, I decided to venture out and to start my own business. And I decided from a post, actually, one of the sorority sisters kind of introduced me into this business of credit repair, credit restoration, financial literacy. And so I decided to take my little hand into that. And so I've been doing it for a little over a year and a half. And I always love serving people. And so this is nothing new to me as far as serving, want people to do better for themselves. I'm just used to doing it with dental field.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been in the dental field for almost 27 years as an assistant 2 years, and then as a hygienist almost 25. But again, just love to serve. And so I decided to do credit because we all need credit. We all need good credit. Credit is basically your financial lifeline. And so any way that I can help the community by teaching them what I've learned over the last year and a half about credit or um, or financial literacy, for that fact of being good with your money and being good stewards of your money, I'm all for it. So that's kind of like how I got into the business.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. It froze up on you. You was talking and you froze. I was
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry. It didn't freeze up on my side.
no, don't freeze. Okay. So tell everybody the name of your company.
Well, my company is Nyoung 512 Services. And of course, I guess you wonder where 512 comes from. Well, 512 is I was born in Austin and my birthday is May 12th. So that's where the 512
Interesting.
comes from. And not only do I do help people with the credit and financial literacy, but I also am a mobile notary. And so I do that as well. Just go to anything, general signings. Um,
You do loans?
Not long yet. It just depends. If it depends on if it's associated with home loans and stuff like that, no, I'm not licensed or certified to do that yet. But anything else in relation to that, yes, I do.
Okay. Great. Let me tell you something about the signing field. I had a good friend of mine on in January
Mm-hmm.
how much that field is growing
Yes.
for loan signing, just signing, getting notaries. Before you had to go to an office and get your docs, signed and notarized. Now, look what you just said. You do mobile. So
Mobile.
you can, go to a business or, and sign off on documents. I mean, that industry has really grown. I did a TikTok search once just
Mm-hmm.
on loan signing. There was a
Mm-hmm.
ton of videos on
Oh,
loan signing
yes.
alone.
Yes. And
I was
also
like, my
too,
gosh.
you can even do it remotely. Like you don't have to leave your
Mhm.
home. You can do it online. There's platforms and different tools that you can use to actually do it on, do it from home. Just having your internet set up and your the software that you need to use, and you can do loan sign. I mean, not loan sign, but you can do signings, notary signings via internet.
I have a question. How far will you
Mhm.
go as a mobile notary? Like, what's the furthest you're willing to drive? I
Um,
guess.
about 20 miles. Probably about 20 miles from my home.
Okay. Okay. Good question. Good question.
Yes, good question.
Talk about your packages and things that you kind of offer. Is yours kind of customized upon the person, or do you have kind of set direct things? So, like for credit repairs, there's certain. Do you have that into multiple packages, or is that just one flat fee? Some people do flat fee, some people do monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about
So,
yours.
so what I do is I partner with a company, and so we have a financial protection plan, and credit repair is just one of those services that come with that protection plan. So you have a sign up fee, and then you also have a monthly fee. And that
Okay.
monthly fee is as long as you keep the services. So you have access to 12 to 14 different services under that monthly fee. So it's a
Oh,
kind of
wow.
an all-inclusive plan that he hits every area of your finances or your financial health.
Okay. So it's not just you guys monitoring the three bureaus and sending out the notifications. It's more to that.
Yes, ma'am. It's more to it. It's more to it. Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. That you just answered my other question, which was the market is very saturated in regards to credit repair. What makes you stand out? You just said it, because most folks don't do all that. It's just uh okay, what's your information? All right, this is the fee. All right,
Right.
this is your monthly rate. Okay. And you just got access to these three bureaus, and you can monitor and make sure you send us any documentation you get. That's it.
Yes. So what, the plan or the goal is for a person that does sign up with our services to get them on a financial road of health. So credit repair is just a portion of that. I mean, you have your budgeting, you have debt payoff, you have we even offer identity theft monitoring, credit monitoring. So those are components that you can use to help your financial, reach your financial goals and keep you on that road. It's not just that one and done, because a lot of times with that one and done, you end up 2 or 3 or 4, even 10 years later, needing the services again. And we want you to be more stable to where you don't have to need the services again.
I love that. I love that though, because yeah,
Mhm.
like I just mentioned, yeah, most companies, all right, or it's pay per, you pay that flat fee, and then it's pay per deletion or whatever. But
Right.
again, you guys are building a relationship with your customers as well. So I love that aspect of it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just, all right, now we done got Capital One off. All right, that's it. See you later. You know,
Right.
there's more to it. So,
Yes.
and the financial literacy part of it, because not a lot of people know how to do a budget. So that's good
Right.
that you guys are able to kind of come in and be able to help them kind of navigate that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the debt payoff, do you guys use a certain kind of method? Some places do the Dave Ramsey with
Mm-hmm.
Snowball and all that. So,
Right. What we do is there's a portal that each client has access to activate the services they want to activate. So
okay.
they have access to all the services that are offered. And so once they get into the system, they can go into that particular debt payoff service. And what it does is it gives you kind of like a guide. Okay, if you want to pay this off in 2 years, this is what you have to do it. So you plug
Awesome.
in all your numbers, you plug in your interest rate, you plug in what you're trying to get it paid off by, and it gives you that idea of what that looks like each month and each year. So it's basically all you're doing is inputting numbers. You look at
Okay.
what bills you want to do that with, and you're inputting the information. It calculates that for you, and it gives you, this is what you need to do to reach your goal.
That's amazing. I love a plan.
Mhm.
I love a plan all day. Because you can say all day, I need to get out of debt. I need to get out of credit card debt. Oh, I need to get pay these bills off. Oh, I need to do that. If you ain't got no plan, you just talking. So I love that aspect of it. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh. It says, can you tell us how long does it take for medical collections to come off of your credit? That's a question in the audience.
Okay, so each person's situation is different, and it varies. It depends on the type of collection, which is medical. It depends on all the parameters in behind what's on that credit report. So I can't give you a definite that it'll come off soon as you submit for dispute. But you do have some people that see results like that within the 45-day time frame that the bureaus have to respond back to your dispute. So it could be 45 days, it could take 2, 3, 4 months. I mean, it varies, is what I'm trying to say. And that's with any item that you're trying to get disputed to remove off your credit report.
Now, for a new customer coming in, they're coming in, they need to meet with you to do a consult. Are you coming to them, or is it all mobile, like, like virtual, like we're doing right now, or how does that work?
Well, I will say it's been mostly online, virtual, or by phone or Zoom. We have kept that capability. But if need be, I mean, since everything is kind of opening up right now with COVID, I mean, I don't mind traveling, to meet with a client, of course, if they're close by, to go through the services. But most of the time it's just been via phone.
Okay.
And just, or Zoom or so forth like that, online.
Okay. Can you speak on hard? You took my question. Can you speak on hard credit pulls versus soft inquiries?
Okay.
That was my next question.
So on your credit report, actually, we were just talking about that in a meeting that I had before coming on. So on your credit report, of course, soft credit pulls really don't show up on your credit report. Not really. If they do, it may be a 1 or 2 point deduction. The hard credit inquiries are the ones that most people want off their credit report. And with our services, we don't automatically put those on as a dispute, but you can get them added. And it's just a matter of calling the customer service department and say, hey, I have these hard inquiries on my credit report that I would like to be added to my dispute letter. But the key to that is you cannot still have an open account with those creditors. So if your account is closed and you're not doing any more dealings with them, then it's easier to have those items disputed as far as the hard inquiries. But if you still have an account with them and it's still open, those are harder to try to get removed because you still have a relationship with that creditor.
Okay. Talk about, so you've got the customer, you've gotten all the information and you're getting your process started. What is kind of the turnaround for your customers to kind of start seeing a difference in scores? I know it takes time, but that was a question someone told me to ask you.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll ask her.
Yes. So it varies. Like I said, I've had my brother was in our program when I first started supporting his sister, and he had 13 items removed in 3 months. Wow. So it took 3 months for him to see like that big of a jump as far as his items being removed off his credit report. And he did tell me probably a few months ago that he got a credit card with a huge credit limit due to the fact that his credit score would allow him to get that type of a credit card with that limit. So again, like I said, some people see results in 45, 30 days. They'll get something in the mail saying, hey, we've disputed this and it's off your credit report. Some people, it takes a little longer because it just depends on what all they're disputing. Because if you have 2 items versus 20, there's going to be a difference in time frame of when you start seeing stuff move and seeing that the score increase.
Okay. So. Got it. Okay. Now, with your company, is it just you? Do you have other agents? How does that go?
So there's 2 ways. You can be just customer only based, like you just get clients and you just continue to help your clients, or you can actually have clients and you can actually have business partners with you. So you can have someone come in as your business partner and just guide them doing the same thing that you're doing. It's basically help spreading, education, literacy to people and try to help them get back to reach their financial goals. So there's 2 ways you can do the business.
Okay. Awesome. And then do you have any promotions for our Power Team listeners tonight? that can possibly be interested in services with you? Any promotions today?
Yes, so anyone that's interested in enrolling in the service, they can through my website, through Linktree, there's a Calendly link that they can get on to schedule an appointment, a consultation, and anyone that signs up, between now and Saturday midnight or Sunday morning midnight, the sign up fee will be waived. It will just be the monthly fee that will be due if they sign up within the next 2 days.
Okay. Awesome. So ladies and gents and ladies, everybody need their credit worked on. I know everyone around with a credit. So Nikita, make sure you reach out to service. Hey, she's your average credit repair company that just gonna look up your stuff and send out letters and like, all right, 90 days, 6 months, like we're done. At least she helps you guys with a budget, with a plan. Mm-hmm. Work your plan, right. Plan your work. All right. So I have a couple questions for both you ladies collectively, and you ladies just chime in, whoever wants to go first. So as entrepreneurs and getting yourselves out there, how are you guys marketing yourselves? I know social media is a big thing, but besides social media and wanting to kind of get yourself and your name out there, what are you guys doing? What are some steps you guys are doing or have done in the past?
You know what? For me, marketing has been like my downfall. I guess because number one, it can be it can be expensive, depending on what platform you use. But I know not marketing myself, I won't get exposure. I won't get the clientele, my target. I won't reach my target audience. So I'm trying to do better with marketing. So I want to use, IG. I want to use Facebook, maybe TikTok. Start doing some reels. So people can know who I am. It's cool to be able to take pictures, but if you can't get any clients, then I'm not saying what's the purpose, but it's like, kind of what you're not serving your purpose. So it's been a challenge, but I have made a goal for myself this year and challenged myself to kind of step outside of my comfort zone.
Absolutely.
And even with this podcast, I'm like, look, it is not perfect right now, but it's okay. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I'm here. So I'm just gonna put my
put yourself out there.
Put myself out there. So
before Nikita goes, here's the thing about this podcast per se, and my community that I am building within the podcast. Mm-hmm. You could just be starting out. This business thing could be a thought, or you could be in the game 20, 25 years. Everyone is still learning because we have to stay with the times. Stuff is constantly changing. So the way people market today, they weren't doing that 10 years ago. Well, nobody doing TikToks.
Right.
5 years ago, So it's okay, to still be in that learning stage because, again, we're all learning. And 5 years from now, 10 years from now, guess what? We're still going to be learning something. Yeah. Trying to learn what's on trend, if you will. So even our Power CEO put a little tidbit in there about Reels. And Reels is what it's at. Reels is her ministry. If you watch a previous episode, what I had her on 2 episodes ago, she put everybody on some free game about Reels and how to monetize off of Reels. So you never go back and watch that. So, so just want to put that in there. It is okay to still be learning. Some people do YouTube ministry. It don't matter, everybody go and see what works for them, because you can go pay somebody and be your business coach and they can tell you all this stuff. Well, guess what? All that stuff works for them. It doesn't mean it's going to necessarily work for you. So you have to go with what works for you, and you can try it, and whatever that is, it may not work out. Cool. There's plenty of other arenas that you can go and market yourself and put yourself out there, or any relation to your business. So just throwing it out there.
Right. And I definitely have a comment on that business coach. This was a year and a half ago. I hired a business coach. I paid $600, and I was like, what? Why did I felt like I wasted money. So
She didn't do
everybody
nothing.
that's out there teaching,
He didn't do nothing.
huh?
He or she didn't do nothing.
I feel like it was just a waste of time and money. So, but yeah, you're right about that.
Okay.
You have to be mindful.
Agreed.
Who you allow in your business to help have some influence over your business. So
yeah. They said, let me have that. Let me have that 600. Let me have that 600. Nikita, you have anything to add as far as putting yourself out there and marketing you've done, and current or previous?
Well, right now, currently, social media has been my best friend. Doing these podcasts, about a month, 2 months, about a month and a half ago, I did something through the sorority, the chapter. Yeah. I did a presentation on credit. So just like Crystal said, getting yourself out there, getting out of your comfort zone. This is not my ideal of being in front of the camera talking, but network marketing makes you do it. You have to if you want to survive. So I've been told that I need to do more lives, do more TikToks and reels and the whole gamut. And so just teetering, just getting my feet there and just doing it. I seem that I'm being more comfortable. Like tonight, I was a little anxious, but then I was just like, when Crystal was talking, I was like, okay, this is what you just did. You just did this 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just in a different arena. So doing more of these. I did one with my cousin last year. It was more one-on-one, but it was good. So it was good practice. She kind of did like you're doing it, like a semi-interview and whatnot. Yeah. And so just doing more of these, the goal is to get seeds planted, to let people know that we're here. And to be an inspiration to anybody else that wants to venture out into becoming their own boss, being their own CEO of their own business. And so, but yeah, just doing more of the other stuff, like you said, and learning, because that's the key, just learning from others.
Absolutely.
Learning from others. And so you're not paying $600 for someone and not feel like you got your money's worth. So
baby, karma ain't karma. Karma is something, folks. So if you out there in TV land, podcast land, and you out here swindling people, we got the Tinder swindler. If you're out here swindling people, just know that's not good karma.
Yeah, that's right.
It will come back on you tenfold, okay? Just saying. I don't like that, because I'm like, okay, you have entrusted them with your business and you're expecting to see results. And so if you're at a place where you like, okay, they ain't done nothing. They done took my coins. And that's kind of the tidbit of what I touched on with Nikita's business. Same thing. You see that with credit repair companies. So that's why I'm like, man, I don't like to hear that. So yeah. Right. Somebody in the audience say you ladies are doing good. Yes, y'all are. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
So proud. It's funny. So they talked about, being a little anxious on doing the show. Our CEO says, I have a way of making my guests feel comfortable. So I'm glad that you ladies feel comfortable enough to talk to me on this very public and live conversation. Or if you're watching the replay, public replay for them. So one more time, Crystal, I'll let you go first. Let everybody know how you can be reached. And then Nikita, you go ahead and follow up with how you can be reached as well. Just one more time for the people in the back.
Okay, again, my name is Crystal Jones. I was so nervous earlier, I forgot to even say the name of my business. My business is called Essence of Creations Enterprise, actually. Yeah, so right now I'm trying to restructure everything, get everything situated on the business side. So as of right now, if you want to get in contact with me until I get everything situated, you can email me at kristajones@gmail.com. That's Krista without the L, not Crystal Jones, Krista Jones at gmail.com. And we can set up a consultation and we can talk.
Awesome. And say your specializations. One more again for the people in the back. Your specialization.
Okay. So I mean, I can photograph just about anything, but right now my target audience is expectant moms and seniors and families. But those are my specialties. Those top three. Anything else, we'll talk about it. So.
Okay. Thank you, sister. All right, Nikita.
So I have 2 Facebook accounts. You can follow me at Nyoung Financial Liaison, or my personal Nikita Holloman Nyoung on Facebook. Instagram, you can follow me at Royal Blue for Financial Health. And LinkedIn, you can follow me Nikita LH Young, RDH MS. And also I have my website that just got finally completed. Yay.
Yay, website.
Yay website. Trust me, it's a good yay.
I know. I'm going through it too. I'm with you. Carry on. Yeah.
It's nyoung512.com. And I also have a link tree as well, kind of like a mini website. And it's also Nyoung512. And my phone number is listed. Mm-hmm.
I love Linktree. But all your websites, because that was perfect for me. TLC, they kind of got me onto that when I first started TLC. I say this is the best thing since sliced bread, folks. Linktree. I put all my businesses one website. It was great.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So love that. Okay. Well, cool. So I got a couple little tidbits before we wrap up. Can y'all believe we almost done?
Wow.
I told y'all this is going to be the fastest hour of your life. So if you've watched the show or listened to this podcast, I've started incorporating affirmations because I believe in the power of affirmations and manifestation, and what you speak over your life. You speak positivity over your life and positive things will come. If you speak negatively over your life, guess what? Negative things will come. So if you are into that kind of thing, I just have a few. I know we're short on time, so I have a few affirmations that I would like to speak over everyone and their businesses and over their lives. And if you're into that stuff, you're more than welcome to write it down. So that's that. Okay. This one's short and sweet and to the point. My goals are worth achieving. My goals are worth achieving. All right. I will create opportunities to help others in their businesses. I will create opportunities to help others in their businesses. Because you got to help others because somebody helped you.
Right, absolutely.
Ting.
That's right.
I wish I had some sound effects. Ting. Kesha, we need sound effects, girl. Okay. All right. Next. I am flowing in abundance, and things are always aligning in my favor. I am flowing in abundance. Things are always aligning in my favor. All right. I welcome unlimited sources of income and wealth into my life. Pull that from the sky. All right. I welcome unlimited sources of income and wealth into my life. Well, we ain't trying to be broke in 2022. Amen. And lastly, this year, 2022, will be my most profitable year in business. And after that, if you have a goal you want to hit for the year or for the month, put that after that. So 2022 will be, or this year, however you want to write that, will be my most profitable year in business. And then whatever your goal is, of whatever that looks like, put that next to it. You got to see it sometimes. You can't just, always talk about it. You got to see that thing and be like, all right, well, how are we going to get there? So that's all. Short and sweet tonight on the affirmations tip. I'll have more next show, because that's what I do. People giving me feedback, say they love the affirmations part. Is even the ones who don't normally speak affirmations, they're like, I'm starting to speak them now. I'm like, yeah, I thought it was bull too, until I actually started speaking it and started seeing things happening. So it's us saying it to God's ears so he can hear it and align everything to happen. Hashtag alignment. So before we wrap up, I'm gonna do my final plug. So, guys, the Big D Climb, and it's for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. We do it in my honor every year, and it's this Saturday. So this is my final plug, and I got to put the link in there for you guys to donate to Team Robbin's Divas. Sister got a goal. We trying to hit hashtag goals. We have a goal that we are trying to hit. And so I will post that link, because I forgot to do it before we started. That's okay. But I will post the link in the Facebook chat, so you guys can donate, if you like, to Team Robbin's Divas as I climb up a ton of stairs for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. It's cool. They feed us after. So that's bad. I'm worried more about the food than the stair climb. They provide In-N-Out burger. I'm gonna be hungry anyway. Go figure. Even though I'm gonna see the sorors later that day and go to Twisted Root, it's okay. I'm still, both. Don't mind me. Anyway, so I will post that. So you guys, those who are interested, would like to donate to Team Robbin's Divas. Okay. Also, make sure you guys are following the Power Team platform and the Mamapreneur podcast Facebook pages. Power Team has YouTube. So funny about manifestations. So the Power Team podcast is played on multiple platforms. So I've been cracking jokes for maybe a month or two or so about it's everywhere, but we're going to be in space in a minute. So that's been a joke. So I made a comment on a previous episode to our fearless leader about us being on Apple Podcasts. So guess what, folks? We are on Apple Podcasts, all Power Team podcasts. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. We would love to have the love. Okay. So I will be back in a couple more weeks, which will be our anniversary episode. The Mamapreneur podcast will be 1 year old. So I will have some special guests come on and show us some love. So I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us tonight for show number 2121. And I will do the drawing as soon as the podcast is over. So make sure we're giving out 2 giveaways, one from myself and one from Crystal. So make sure you shared the live or replay and you type hashtag Mamapreneur in the comments. We will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. And you guys have a blessed Thursday. Take care.
Oh,
I forgot to